Imagine if, as a sports fan, you could literally just go on a site, sign up, and then you just make your sport 20% better.
20% better. And
20% more exciting.
exactly. So we're launching a...
Right, I'm going to do the clicky thing. But I was
Alright.
actually quite pleased with that when I saw it.
Yeah, well, good. All right, we'll use that exact thing on some merch.
Yeah,
Like
that'd
that
look nice,
exact bit.
All right, done.
Ready for some new merch, actually. Comment below if you want some new merch, because we need some new merch.
Can we start this thing, please?
Yeah, please, for God's sake. Can we end it? Can we end this thing?
Oh, thanks so much.
Can we end this thing, please?
Is that 66 minutes now?
Yeah,
We've done
something like
already.
that, yeah.
Holy, they fly by, don't they, the
Yeah,
podcasts
so it's
these
done.
days. We haven't had one, two of us, for a while, have we?
No, it's been a minute, man.
It's good. It's good to be back, actually.
It's great to be back. It's really nice to be back. It's lovely to see it in a bit more of a different setting. Thank you for the lovely team here who
fantastic,
consistently keep elevating the podcast to the next level.
It's
We feel like we've hit the level, and then the
Yeah.
level goes higher every
It's
time.
well exciting because you turn up at the studio and you're sort of like, today I walked through the door and I was like this. This is me, my eyes rolled up because I was looking up to see if they stuck the studio on the ceiling. Because I thought we might be doing an upside down podcast. Actually, you wouldn't know. This is an upside down podcast. All of this stuff is stuck to the ceiling and then they just changed it in post. They just flipped it 180. It's incredible.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense given what's coming out of your mouth. Kind of upside down.
Would you talk different upside down?
Try it.
Has anyone done an upside down podcast? I guess there's got to be some in Australia. Can we start again? I think I'm tired.
Or bats. They do them upside down.
But bats don't have podcasts.
No, they don't.
I don't think, anyway.
I don't think they do.
Have you ever heard a bat?
Arr, arr.
No, that's not a bat, mate. You've got
You sure? No, I don't think you heard it
that's
properly.
not a bat.
You didn't hear it
You've got a
properly.
peacock in your garden and you think it's
You
a bat.
didn't hear it properly.
No, peacocks. Bats sound like... You can hear the sonar. Yeah.
Did they?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Have you heard a bat before?
Yeah, it's like sometimes you get a squeaky, clicks and stuff.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Batman.
There you
Yeah.
go. Have you seen Yorkshire Batman on Instagram?
No, what's Yorkshire Batman
He's
like?
right funny.
I haven't seen Yorkshire Batman.
Yeah,
no.
it might just be one clip, but he's eating a Greggs sausage roll and he's got this crap mask on and he's like, he like answers his phone, he's like, you what? City's burning down, is it? All right, okay. You need me to get there, do you? And he's like that, and he's like, well, you should have rang Superman, he flies. And he's like, well, looking at traffic, it's probably going to be like 45 minutes till I get there. It's so funny. Oh,
Yorkshire
dear.
Batman, I'll look that up.
Yeah, so we've not done one together for a little while. We've been guest heavy.
What you been up to, dude?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
Great question.
Yeah, what you been up to?
Caught me off guard. Great question. Bathroom renovation.
Talk to me.
And
What you got
that's
going
what
on?
people are here for.
The bathroom renovation. A real upheaval in your life.
Yeah, it has been.
Has
It's
it?
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice. Nice little project.
Yep.
Got my hands dirty on one occasion.
Did you? What did you do?
I fitted the, I don't know what you call it, doorstop.
Doorstop. I
Yeah.
thought it was going to be waste, and I thought when you were saying got my hands dirty, I thought I was
didn't touch
hoping,
any of that,
obviously,
mate.
for.
I didn't touch anything.
All
No,
right,
I'm not allowed to
doorstop.
touch things. I'm not allowed to touch things in the house.
Talk to me. What happened with the doorstop? How'd you go about fitting a doorstop?
So you
Is it
one of those, but ours is just a straight one. It doesn't blom. It just has a bumper on it.
Okay. So it's
And
just
there's obviously a thing in our home where Davey doesn't touch anything because he's not good at anything DIY. I think I am. I like to think like, oh yeah, I'll fit the doorstop.
Step aside.
I'll fit the doorstop, no problem. New skirting board, all good. Leave it with me. Emma goes out, does the horse. I'm like, right, watch this. She's gonna come back, doorstop's on. Fucked it.
Did you? Yeah.
Fucked it.
In the wrong place? Does the door go past
Nah,
it?
it's good. It's there. It's in the right place.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just didn't have the right tools, man. And all I needed was a long screwdriver to get the screwdriver above the doorstop to screw it in.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have one. So obviously I thought, well, a drill will do. So I went to put the screw in at an angle because I couldn't get the drill by the thing and lifted it off the skirting board a little bit.
Did you?
Yeah, and then she's not noticed, though. So we got away with this one.
And it still operates as a doorstop.
Yeah, it's just got one screw in instead of 4.
The minor detail, really.
Who cares?
I struggle. I'll be honest. I do. I get to a point I struggle to care.
You're handy though.
But I am to a certain extent. I'm not with attention to detail becomes. I just think like, who cares?
Yeah.
If it's not me, then I don't know who.
Yeah, fair.
Skirting, dude.
Yeah.
Like, can you really honestly say you've ever looked? Has it ever rumbled any? Has it ever stirred any sort of emotion from within you?
Not really.
Have you ever looked at a skirting board and thought, one day, man, I'm gonna have a skirting board like that? I haven't personally.
I haven't. Although at the moment, kind of, because the house we bought doesn't have nice ones. It has horrible, really skinny little ones.
Does it? You want big ones?
Want big Georgian ones or something.
Do you?
Yeah.
There
Anyway,
you go, mate. It's the right person to ask this.
Yeah.
So you're in a skirting board discussion at the minute, yeah?
Yeah. Especially when it comes to doing a whole house skirting board, because obviously you're weighing up.
Decision, dude.
Do we go function or look? I always go function. All right. What can we get away with? Can we get away with pallet wood?
So what do you want? Do you want those like Formula One hotel ones? No skirting, and it just goes like
hospital.
Yeah, hospital ones. So you can pressure wash diarrhea off.
Yeah. Can just
that's what you want.
Just pure the inside of the house.
Yeah, pure function. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. So yeah, we're going through that at the moment. But bathroom's done. One room in the new house ticked. And big up Leaky who did it, because he listens to the podcast and I know he'll love a shout out.
Yes, Leaky.
He was really nice to have around.
Nice.
So Flow Plumbing Services, if you need your plumbing, if you need a bathroom doing around.
Are we doing plumbing
Sheffield.
Services shout outs now?
Yeah.
Can we do a head to head? Because we got
You've
Yates,
got a good one.
Yeah, Yates and Sons Plumbing.
Okay.
Also did my toilet.
Yeah.
Why could we make like a live plumb off on YouTube on the channel?
Did they both do biking?
Seb does, yeah.
Oh,
I mean, Yates and Sons is Seb Yates.
We'll get him a race.
I mean, I don't know Leaky. I'm sure he's a good rider and stuff, but Seb Yates he's legit, dude.
Yeah. It'd be north. The whole north versus south thing. We could do north versus south.
I don't know about it.
Plumbers and it's.
I don't know about it, dude. I'm from the south. I don't know about it.
Well, but you know about the video.
Barely.
Silly. Oh dear. So yeah. Anyway,
good.
That's
Congrats.
what I've been up to.
That's good.
We've got one room ticked off in the house.
Good.
Apart from that, what we've been up to? Not a lot. If I'm honest with you, no. We're just living life.
Working
we're cruising
hard.
around. We're doing a bit of biking. Done some rides on the Amish bike recently, which have been tough.
Have they?
Yeah.
Bit of time off. Feeling bit of time on the Ebe,
Too much time on the Ebe.
Yeah.
And then I've done a few rides on the regular pedal assisted bike.
Yeah.
Leg assisted bike. And tough couple of rides, dude, to be fair.
I thought you were calling it a legacy bike, and I thought that was such a weird
great name for
legacy bike.
The legacy bike. So a couple of rides on that, mate. As always, great bike, but also not great fitness.
What are we thinking?
Lifting too heavy.
Are we thinking it's head? Are we thinking it's lungs? Or are we thinking it's legs? Because those are the three things I think that need to all be working.
It's a great point.
Mm.
I think it's a mixture of legs and head.
Is it?
Because the head goes...
Lungs are good.
Lungs are fine, I think. Head goes, I want to go for a ride, but it's pedaling up all these hills, man. Like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
Because it's hilly where I live.
Yeah.
It's all uphill from my house out.
Yeah.
So the head's in there a little bit. And as soon as I set off and the legs start to hurt a little bit, then the head's really saying, just go home. Just go
Is
home.
it? Yeah.
Another day, yeah.
So you're in a lull at the minute. Is it weather-related lull in terms of riding?
It's got to be a bit. I know. I
gotta be. I think it's natural,
because
dude.
You've obviously going through your injury.
Yeah, I think it's natural too. I think this time of year is that time of year.
It is a bit grim.
Yeah.
So, and then legs a little bit. I think I have been lifting a lot heavier, and I feel like it does impact legs because they seem to burn out way quicker. Again, it's a mixture of not doing it. It's a collaboration of all of these things, man. The head, the legs, everything.
That's the triangle.
That is the triangle. So but I mean, fun to go out, explore around.
Yeah.
But at the same time, e-biking's so good.
Loving the e-bike at the minute,
Yeah, I lent it to my friend, my e-bike at the moment, just because he's looking to buy one. Yeah. And I'm like, well, if you're looking to buy one, at least ride the best one for a bit.
Yeah.
So I lent him mine, and obviously he loves it so much that he seems to avoid those messages when I'm like, any chance I can get my bike back? And he's like, oh, sorry, I only just seen this, like after the weekend.
I've lent mine.
You let yours to a shredder.
Yeah, I've lent mine to a shredder,
Yeah.
and I need to get it back off him now. Josh Underwood
Now you've
on
got to be
Instagram,
like,
and he's been riding it so much, and
Yeah.
he's so good at biking. So it's been well fun to see all of the clips, but I need to get it back for bike show. It needs to go on display, which is like my bike's not happy on display at a bike show.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wants to have Josh riding it.
Wants to be out doing
Yeah,
the thing,
too
whacking
right.
turns.
Yeah,
I feel like
exactly.
I hated on biking then a little bit, if I'm honest. But
Do
I'm
you?
not. I'm not hating on biking. I
Not
think
neggy.
a lot of us, we're a real podcast. We have real conversation.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a real thing when the weather's a bit crap. You're going out and it's a bit of a sufferfest. Like any type of sport that you do or any type of hobby you do, once you get it to a certain point, it's way more fun.
Yeah.
Because you are fit enough to go out with everyone, blah, 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 blah. And I feel like I've let that slip a little bit. So now when I go out, I'm a bit like, this is hard work.
Yeah, there's a tipping point, isn't there?
Yeah.
I think I always say to people, like, if they've just got into it, or like when I have friends that mainly ride jumps and then they get into like cross country, not cross country, mountain biking. I always call it cross country.
Yeah, it's funny.
But I always say it does get like exponentially better the more fit you get.
Yeah.
Like I appreciate this is really difficult at the moment, but you will get
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
And
it
a lot.
gets more fun.
I think a lot of it is mind as well.
Totally.
If I've had like loads of time off, then first ride back, I know I'm going to feel so unfit, but a lot of that is my brain.
Yeah, probably is. Yeah, I mean, I went out last weekend again, just like took a bunch of snacks with me, just so I could keep going, like just try and accelerate that back to some sort of fitness quite quickly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just by going out and just doing it and just staying out.
What distance? It's tough distance
I
up
don't
your
really do
way, isn't it?
distance.
It's like a long old, like you do a lot of elevation, don't you?
Yeah, I don't really do distance as much. I don't really look.
Or what about not distance then in time?
Time,
How
I'd
long's
say.
a bike ride for you?
If I'm out for 2 hours, I think that's a good ride for me, to be honest.
Yeah.
2 hours of, fair amount
I'd
of
say the
climbing and
same,
stuff. 2 hours is nice. Ebe, 4, if you can.
More on the eve than
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, way more.
It's like they're all different units of measurement, because ebe is just a battery for me, however quick you can get it
However
done.
long it is, yeah. It seems to be about that though.
Whereas a push bike, I do it
about
in
4.
Yeah,
But
I
that's
do it in hours. A push bike. I don't track any distance. I do it in
No.
hours probably.
Interesting.
I don't even track that, to be honest. But
No.
ride's done when it's done.
Yeah. And sometimes it's done earlier than you think it's going to be done, and that's okay.
Yeah,
Just cruise back. All good.
yeah. I haven't ridden since January the 3rd.
You know the date.
Not to whine on about myself.
How's the injury going, man?
Actually, really good. That's why I'm actually positive now. And I'm sorry if the last episodes I've not been positive. But if I'm honest, it's been 5 weeks thinking I might still have surgery.
Yeah. It's a long time.
It is a long time, and it all went a bit wrong. And
I can't believe it's been in 5 weeks.
yeah, always shout out the NHS because they've. I think they're fantastic. But this time I've had a tough experience with them in that it's just been impossible to find out. And I've sort of been, it's pretty unusual to be left for 5 weeks without knowing if you're going to have surgery or not.
Yeah.
Not anyone's fault, whatever. But from my perspective, sat at home, obviously I'm a weird case where I want to get back really a lot. It's quite like soul destroying.
Yeah.
It's quite crap.
I've
And
caught that vibe off you for the last few weeks. You've been
yeah,
a
and
little
I've
bit-
not been on it with like, I haven't been watching biking, and I've been, obviously I like lose all my mates when
it's
I'm
tough.
injured, so I just don't see anyone. I just go on walks. It
Yeah.
became a bit Groundhog Day, and honestly, like I didn't even realise, but the weight that gets lifted as soon as they're like, yeah, you're not gonna have surgery, which is stupid because nothing's really changed. But I just
Yeah.
thought I was gonna have to start it all
Start
over
again,
again. So yeah, I'm happy. So now I'm not sticking my fingers together anymore.
Thanks, NHS.
I've not got.
Getting our boy back.
Yeah. But how mad is that? The bruising's still there, eh?
Yeah, it's pretty
And
crazy.
on the palm.
Yeah.
Who knows why?
Give
But
it a good whack.
hyped for it.
Yeah, man, stoked. No
Yeah.
surgery, back in the game. Couple
Back in the
more
game.
weeks. By the time this episode comes out,
I'll be riding, dude.
riding.
I'm going to be riding, albeit sat down on a cross-country bike. I'm interested, right? Because since I've been able to, I've been going to the gym and I've been doing watt bike. It's
Have
the
you?
only
Yeah.
thing I can do. I can't. And I've been doing it sat bolt upright.
Interesting.
Honestly, I think I look more crazy than I've ever looked at the gym now.
Yeah.
Because I've been waving my arms around, completely drenched in sweat, doing as many watts as I can for about an hour, like every day since I've been able
Why
to
are
go
you
to the
waving your
gym.
arms around?
Well, because but this arm won't straighten,
Yeah.
and I can feel like my shoulders are very bad. they're only not bad because I lift weights all the time. I do like constant physio.
Yeah.
And I can feel myself just like melting away.
Okay.
Really obvious. I go all clicky.
Yeah.
I go all like achy. And it must be that.
So the waving them around is just keeping everything
Mate,
going.
like, this is so pathetic, but I get like DOMs from body weight waving my arms around. I've been doing like circles, been doing all of these like physio exercises, really like body weight. But I just do that on an exercise bike.
I bet it really helps recovery because you're just keeping that. A lot of people might just sit and just wait. Oh, I'll just wait till I'm recovered, then I'll start again.
Yeah.
You got to keep that blood flow going, haven't you? You got to keep some stuff going, like you know what I mean,
mate. I don't survive well if I don't have any form of exercise. I really don't. I know, but it seems so. It just seems so dumb and petty. Like it's not like I care about. Like I can't. It's actually a feeling. It's not like I don't care about being fit.
Right.
Really, I don't care about like, being like fit at all. It's the feeling of doing it and feeling like you've ticked it off. I can't even honestly explain it.
But it's just a thing you've done for so long as well. You probably will.
Yeah,
feel
it probably is just routine more than anything. You're right. Yeah.
Mate, no surgery. Hyped. We're back on the train.
Yeah,
things are starting to get going again. Back amongst it.
We're back amongst it. We need to be honest. We need to be back amongst it. We've got some stuff coming up.
Yeah, you have.
But yeah.
What's
excited.
coming up? We got Mexico coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, Mexico. I think I'm doing some time in Italy as well.
Okay.
We'll speak more about that soon. As soon as I'm confirmed.
Okay.
I think I'm doing some time in Italy.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, and just riding again, making up for lost time. Like I feel like it's not been.
I feel sorry for your bikes because as soon as you're allowed to go out riding again, I feel like it's going to be quite constant. Lot of biking to make up for.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, imagine.
Hype for you, mate. Good.
Yeah, good. Hey, I've written down for this episode. What I thought was we've done. We've done guests for so many. Actually, we should talk about the guests we've had on. It's been really good, hasn't it?
Yeah. Obviously, the Warner episode was fantastic.
Yeah.
And big up everyone for the nice words. Just mind blown from that one, to be honest with you. It was a lot. But so many people I've spoken to about it that I wouldn't have even expected to have listened to our show.
Yeah.
A lot of people listen that probably the same for you. You don't think they listen, but they are listening. Does that know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Aunties, uncles, like stuff like that, like people that I just randomly bump into. So yeah, the Warner one was, man, for me a lot. I wouldn't say I obviously didn't struggle with it at the time, but definitely like driving home. That's the first time I've driven home in silence for a long time. Just a bit like what, not like what just happened as far as the episode, but just, not to blow my or our own trumpet, but the fact that we did that and, we were joking about it before when we walked into the new set. Like, this used to be a Skype call. And, and like...
Well, and that felt like a proper podcast that you could give to someone that...
Yeah, that felt like a biggie, like a real... Like,
I mean, it's... Yeah.
And it was.
Yeah.
Credit to us. We did a decent job of that, to be honest. Thanks, everyone. But
yeah.
It's like...
a lot of it is Rob.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly. A lot of it was Rob. It was Rob.
But it's interesting, isn't it? Because it's like... I don't really know. We talked about it before with the dinner party thing. Like, how do you can't set... Like, Rob came on knowing what he's going to talk about. How do you get more podcasts that have that impact? Like, you can't manufacture it. It has to be real. And I think that's really ultimately what makes it good.
Especially within what we do, those sort of topics aren't going to come up all the time.
No.
But there's going to be those ones where I've been sort of like comparing that one with Rob to, like, I remember with Brooke McDonald came on a few years ago. It's before we were working together.
Yeah.
And the thing is with that one, he said before, I want to talk about the UCI. I want to talk about being left on a hill. And I was like really nervous for that one because it felt like, oh shit, like this is the expectation was this is going to be massive. Do you know what I mean? So, but with that one, with the greatest respect to the situation and Rob, I was a little bit naive because I didn't really understand how big of a thing it was that he was saying. Does that make sense? And I think that actually helped a little bit for me because I was like, I just kind of came into it with no real expectation, to be
Good.
honest. But yeah, mate, epic, huge impact. Loved that we had a blog done after, which has been really good. We've never had people on our website ever, so like really, so to the fact that it's had like 5,000 views, the blog post and stuff. Was really stoked on doing that, and yeah, just fucking so much love for Rob, man, for giving us the opportunity to do it. Like I sent Rob a message after and said, obviously, like, thank you for doing that, but also I'd have been like proud and stoked to have been with you to have that conversation, whether we had lights and cameras and we was recording it or not. It was nice to do it anyway and let him talk. So
yeah, absolutely, yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, it was really good, wasn't it? It was really good. It's funny, but it always feels. I almost feel like I don't really understand it, but I almost feel like I don't like when we have guest after guest after guest booked out. I feel like we don't have, like, this is actually a normal conversation for us.
Yeah,
It's quite weird.
yeah, we just talk like
Even
this a
though
lot.
it's like, yeah.
The thing though, like the major thing for the Rob one, for me, it's not about me at all, but like as a podcast guy and doing what we do, you want these episodes to be big. Obviously, better for everyone. Yeah. But when they go big, for me, I get the weirdest feeling. Like, I'm anxious. I get imposter syndrome anyway. And like I remember Emma saying to me a few days after that had been out, she was just like, "Are you all right?" Because you're on your phone a lot, and I'm like just waiting for someone to just light you up online or like just say something horrible. Thankfully, that episode was amazing. Like, it was all positive, really, apart from a couple of people. But yeah, it's funny. Again, I spoke to my friend Jace, who does Gypsy Tales, the other day. He has the same thing. Like.
So you just feel like it's like when it blows up, you feel like it's going to be. You're waiting for a negative one.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks, dude.
Yeah, but it's happened before, and it's like, you put those things out, and you're just like waiting for someone to say something that's like neggy. Yeah. Which is a weird. Jace gets it really bad, I think. I know he does. Like he said, he's shown me some stuff that he gets. It's like people, we spoke about it at dinner last night with Chris, but people don't understand the impact of stuff like that sometimes, and it's hard. It can be quite difficult when someone says something horrible. But yeah, with stuff like that, for me personally, it's like, how am I doing this? It just fucking blows me away. I'm just waiting for someone to be like, what the fuck are you? Who's the other guy on the end? Sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It's a weird one, man. It's weird. There's a lot of eyes and ears that thing's had on it. I
don't know who writes them anyway. That's what I always think. I just think that who writes them.
It's funny because you need to take your own advice sometimes. I remember I was typing back to Jace just on a message, just like, mate, like, don't worry about it. Just do your own thing. You're in your own game. Like, you deserve to be where you are. You've worked bloody hard to build what you've built. And that's it. And then, but like you say that, then you just don't take your own advice, Then you're just like, oh, look at this person said. But yeah, dude, reflecting back on the Warner episode, like, yeah, gnarly. Big love to everyone who supported it and shared it and stuff. And
yeah, it's good.
Yeah, it's so nice to see not just the podcast community that we have with the companionship, but the wider mountain bike community is bloody lovely and really supportive, and especially of someone like Rob. Like, yeah, it's hopefully I know he's pretty impressed with how that episode did as well. So
yeah,
definitely the love he's got from it, because I think obviously he was really apprehensive about talking about it. So the fact that the fact it's got the response that it got, and all the lovely comments, like they don't go unnoticed. Yeah, I think people think that, right? I noticed a lot of that in the YouTube comments were like, Rob will never see this, and I kind of made a bit of a point of like, I've screenshot all of them and just put them in a Google Drive and just sent them to Rob. Yeah, it's like people do see it. It's not just, you're not just typing into the ether. People do see that stuff. So
it was funny, like the average comment length for each. All right, so you do one that's like funny good times emoji. Yeah. You do one that touches someone deeply, the comments go up. So the average comment length was just like,
people really been opening that comment section, man, and saying like they're dealing with similar stuff, or they got kids with.
Yeah, it's funny, but I guess it's just like touching on a subject that requires a little bit more thought than this next section, which is Odub's MTB News rundown, in which we actually miss all of the important things, and I've got a list of things just that I noticed in between feeling sorry for myself on the sofa, which I'm out of now.
Yeah.
We're
out of that game.
We're out of that game. We're not watching everything around bikes. Now we're watching bike stuff again. And let me tell you, we've got a list of things that realistically are old news by the time this comes out.
So these are team news.
Well, do you know what, honestly, I thought?
Yeah.
They're just things we haven't talked about. You know, like
Great.
Minar and
Mate,
Norco.
Massive.
We didn't talk about it. We maybe touched on it in Rob's one.
We did a spoiler alert a while ago because we kind of knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Some people picked up on.
But
anyway.
Minar and Norco is massive, and we haven't
it's
talked
huge.
about it.
No, we haven't talked about it.
What were your thoughts?
Initially, it's like such a huge move. He's been on a syndicate for, I think it was 12 years or something. Long time.
Yeah.
We know he's a puzzler. We know he's really finicky about bike setup. And I guess we know that if he gets the tools to do what he wants to do, it could be quite
still
dangerous.
Win a World Cup. How crazy is it?
Yeah. What do you think? Do you think he'll I can't say it. Do you think he'll win one?
Well, mate, I think you'd have to be absolutely batshit crazy to think he couldn't. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then equally, it's anyone's game now, isn't it? This is like a different field. I feel like this year, out of all of them, I don't know what to expect. This is like the most jumbled up.
Which is great because we go through these stages through mountain biking, especially you have
like the
a
Gwyn era,
guy,
the Hill era. Yeah,
exactly. We've had a Loic one for a bit, and there are these people coming in that are obviously undeniable.
Yeah.
Stuff like this just mixes it up even more.
And something about how the kind of coverage has been, I'm not hating on anything, but like it's been worse, and it's like it all feels like all of the news has been a bit more all over the place. That leaves me going into the season, you're a bit more like, I have no idea what's going to happen. It's quite like, I don't know. It's like we need these races coming up, these street races, hardline. We need these things
Crank
to
works, to see where people are at.
How many races have we got before first World Cup?
There's two.
There's Summer
two
Series,
hard lines, or
Crankworks.
Summer Series Crankworks, which will have just gone of time of recording this.
Okay, so we get an idea of speed from
then
those
we get
participants
in March.
Yeah,
The hardline Taz will have gone,
Taz.
and in Feb. By the time this comes out,
And probably
so
no
we'll have
doubt
a bit of a clearer picture.
Yeah, we will. And there's also those like pre-season races that just become these pre-season
true.
World Cup testing races.
Yeah, there was just one in New Zealand, wasn't there?
Yeah, I don't
Brooke
actually have
did.
the
I seen
result.
Brooke did that one.
Good. Who's moved to Forbidden?
Forbidden.
There you go.
Yeah, a good move again.
That's on my list.
Is it?
I promise.
Interesting one that with Brooke on Forbidden, because like to play devil's advocate here with not devil's advocate, but just to be honest about Brooke, like he had not a great season last season. It's fair to say. I don't think he made finals. But
Yeah, I mean that is absolutely mad,
it's
isn't it?
mental because it's like so put yourself in a brand's shoes. Brooke McDonald is the man. It's Brooke. It's Red Bull helmet. Arguably
Fast
one of
as
the
fuck,
most famous people in the field, but yet didn't make finals. Like, what do you do with that? This is kind of where the finals really blows, really, let's be honest with you, because it might have been, I don't know, but maybe it was like 32nd. Didn't make
I
the
don't have any
TV
of
time,
this.
so it's like...
I don't know what his best result was last year, to be honest.
I mean, up until recently, man, we were hearing that he didn't even have a ride, so super stoked he's got on a Forbidden with a teammate who is Blanky? No?
Is that so? No, I haven't heard that.
No, it's not Blanky. I can't remember. I'm sorry, I can't remember.
No, all good.
He's on with someone else.
I haven't heard. I'm counting on you to announce things that I've missed off.
Really?
Because I've been
Don't.
head in the sand.
Okay.
We got Valley on YT, back again on YT. That's quite cool, I think.
That's a good one. I
I think that I
Valley
like
on
the
a
return,
YT.
actually.
Yeah, I like Valley on a YT. Just a brand that I feel like suits her personality as well. And
Yeah.
I think we'll probably see a breakout year for Valley.
What are your feelings on as a fan of the sport looking in?
Yeah.
What are your feelings on like team moves, people on different bikes? Are you looking for someone to move and have improvement? Do you know what I mean? Like, what does it do for you? I'm interested in this because, like, obviously, it's like a big part of why people get paid to ride bikes. Like, what does it do for a bike when you know it can win a World Cup?
It's a great point, man. I think it's a weird topic, this, because
We got Atherton bikes.
Yeah, does it make
year.
me want to go and buy an Atherton bike?
Like,
Is that what you mean?
just like what effect it has. Like, what
Yeah.
do you instantly think that's the fastest bike, or do you think okay, this is what I think right? Well, if a bike wins a World Cup, it's capable of winning a World Cup, which is important information.
Yeah.
You know that it can
Yeah.
be
Especially
ridden the
because the bikes
fastest in the
that
world.
are ridden at a World Cup level are not a million miles away from the bike that you'll go and buy off a showroom floor.
Like, it's
That's
pretty cool, our sport in that respect.
Yeah, yeah.
It is, isn't it? Because
Yeah.
you can buy the bike
You'll buy the bike.
wins a World
You
Cup.
go buy an Atherton bike, like you said, that will
That's
win a World
rad.
Cup.
Yeah, so Afton Bike. Afton Bike's a great example because it's like a family-owned and run company, and it won world champs, multiple World Cup races.
Yeah,
If you imagine, if it was your bike company, imagine that happening.
it's insane. And it must have an impact.
Yeah, it must do.
It must.
I'd love to know. Yeah, I'd love to.
We know downhill bikes don't sell like enduro bikes sell.
No, but
So where is the impact?
well,
Is it
yeah. Well, I
seen
mean,
across the brand as a whole, or is it seen on like, oh my God, all of a sudden we've sold out of Atherton downhill bikes?
yeah.
Because who's buying it?
I
Does
find
that
it
make
interesting.
sense?
I'd love to hear what like listeners think of it, honestly, because I know it sounds like a dumb question, but when you actually think about it, it's like, all right.
'Cause
So
it's
I
like-
know what a racer will say. I know what a racer will say. I want to hear what like a regular rider will
Yeah.
say. A racer obviously all they want is, if there's a bike that gets won the most, you're just going to want that bike. I understand that. You want to go fastest. You want to be the quickest.
Yeah,
You want the quickest bike.
yeah.
Like, not everyone is like that.
No, it's very true. Yeah, I'm not sure what it does for me. I'm not sure it does a great deal. I feel more that what interests me is like these people fit on teams.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. It's more like I'm thinking, think of an example this year. Greg on Norco is a tough one because we don't really know much
don't know
about
yet,
that
yeah.
or anything. But almost like when Jackson went Syndicate,
Yeah.
you're like, that works. That
It's
fits.
it's the human embodiment of a brand. That's
Yeah.
what it is. So
Yeah.
that's what you want from a team, basically, isn't it?
It's like where would Loic fit now on a team?
Yeah.
I'd say he's more of a bigger brand corporate rider, so he'd go, if he was to move, Trek or
Yep.
does that make
I
sense?
understand exactly what you mean. It is literally that. It's that human embodiment. And it's
Yeah.
almost like that is as important as the results as
It
well.
is for me as a fan.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. When you think of certain riders and you think about like, they just represent exactly the values of that brand. It's like,
Yeah. What would happen playing silly games? Let's just play around with a certain idea. Like, what would happen if downhill bikes weren't a thing, right? Because someone made a valid point that I saw online a while ago, which was talking about basically, enduro isn't where it was a few years ago, safe to say. But yet, that style of bike is the most popular bike. So the most popular discipline, as far as viewership goes, is downhill. But yet the most popular bike
XC.
is something totally different.
it's XE when you think about it, which
Okay.
puts an even, it's like a world that it's not
Yeah.
that it doesn't exist, it's just not one that we know about.
Yeah.
That's what's so crazy about all of it. You get these figures, cross country is viewed more than downhill by a margin.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I see every now and then a couple of old boys going out for a ride in Lycra.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't really see it otherwise.
No.
Yeah, these are the biggest, they're a big part of the mountain bike market. I don't know the
Yeah.
figures.
No, I
And
don't.
also, it's very difficult to get the figures because each brand has its independently has its reasons why you buy it. So like, you're not necessarily going to go to trying to think of a respectful example, but like Propane, for instance, you're not going to go to Propane for a cross country bike, right?
Yeah, true. Because their marketing is more geared up towards
Yeah,
a certain style.
there's nothing wrong with it.
No.
They've chosen the other end of the spectrum, so it's like
Yeah.
the biggest part of the market. It doesn't mean they don't sell the other bikes, but the biggest part of the market they don't even sell. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm trying to think of other examples because Focus has a cross country. It doesn't have a competitive cross country bike. It has the Raven, which is a hardtail
Yeah.
cross country bike, which
Yeah.
is a cool bike, but
But they don't market towards race
No,
winning.
exactly.
But
You're
probably
not-
is a capable bike.
Yeah,
But they're
yeah.
not. Yeah, it's true. I don't know. I guess in my head I was just thinking
actually
more
they've
like
got the VAM Square, but it's an e-bike.
Yeah, it's
you
an
know,
e-bike.
so it's like
Imagine
you
if
go
they
to
just
different places for different reasons.
got rid of downhill bikes. Not got rid of them, but like it was, let's say, the same as an enduro frame with triple crown forks or something. I'm just trying to think of ways that we can just like bring the whole industry up by selling the same bikes like more that make? I can't explain it. I'm not smart enough to explain it.
I don't really know what you mean, but I do think it's odd to think that the sport in general, it was like you had a jump bike and a downhill bike. And cross country was for old men. This is my personal experience. I'm not saying this is what it is, but this is my personal experience growing up. Now I'm older. I've got a jump bike. I don't need a downhill bike because I don't have any hills big enough.
No.
And I like cross country.
But what? Okay, like, great. So what I'm saying is, what if that bike was the downhill bike, and the people that we watched racing downhill were on enduro bikes, because that is the most popular style of bike. So then,
right. So you're saying like limit the
because then it makes it easier for everybody.
Weird thought that is. Imagine it limiting the travel on a
stupid thought. I'm just playing ideas. We're just
I
throwing
understand
ideas
what you mean.
around.
Nice.
But it's funny that the most popular discipline as far as viewership is okay. Like you say, it's probably is. I think it is.
I think it's a bubble thing.
I think it is.
We don't have
cross country.
We don't have a lift near either of our houses.
But not many
if
people
we had a
who
lift,
sit
we'd
and
all
watch
have
downhill, race downhill.
No. Yeah.
But they do buy cross enduro bikes.
The way I see it is it's the Formula One of gravity mountain biking.
Yeah, you can't go buy a Formula 1 car.
Exactly, yeah.
But
you still have a big brand on the side of it.
Yeah.
Like I think that's actually what it is, and I absolutely love downhill. I hate that it's not. I love the sport. I love watching it, and I don't even want a downhill bike. I'll be honest.
No.
I mean, obviously, N+1, I'd always have an extra bike, but
of course,
I don't feel that like desperate need for one because I don't have a hill. I don't have a chairlift.
Totally.
But I love downhill. I love
guess
the
like
racing.
you say, a lot of
I
it's
love the
bubble.
sport.
It's like we live in our bubble here in the UK,
Yeah.
where not many people own downhill bikes, but across various parts of Europe and wherever.
Someone could grow a mountain right here in Surrey Hills with a ski lift.
You get
I'm
downhill
getting one.
biking. That's fair. Hey, I just thought of something.
Please.
Because we can switch gears a little bit here, but kind of come back to it. Some exclusive news. We're launching a...
After
nice.
After the ad break. That's what you got to do. You got to do exclusive
know.
news and then go straight to ad break. That was good.
Thanks.
That's all right. We'll save it.
Yeah.
More news in a bit. Davey, I've got a question for you, dude.
Please.
I've broken my hand. I've broken my arm. I don't want to make this about me, but I do want to be back on my bike as soon as possible.
Okay. So what's the question?
You got any tips?
I
I want to be back amongst it, dude.
Yeah, okay. I got a couple of tips for you. Now,
Please.
obviously, you want to be giving your body the ultimate opportunity
Okay.
to heal.
Okay. How would you do that though?
Okay, you want to be putting good stuff into it. Okay, what you eat
Okay.
is what you are.
Yeah.
That's what they say in it.
Yeah, they do say that. Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
have
you
heard
want to
that
put in
before.
optimal nutrition. Okay, thank you for the teaser there.
Yeah.
Optimal nutrition, whole food source ingredients, vitamins,
Okay.
minerals.
This all sounds like it makes sense.
Hey, man, we have an opportunity right here with the little green tub.
What?
Okay.
You said all those different things.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like what is it, like pills, capsules, loads of like things that you mix together, and it sounds like quite a long job in the morning. I don't know if I'm up for that.
Some people do it like that, and those
Yeah.
some people live in the dark ages, babe. But we don't do it like that.
Right.
We do it with AG1, a simple whole food sourced scoop of goodness. Okay, you get it.
Right.
You put your little scoop in the little green tub.
That's what that green tub
That's
is.
what that green
I thought
tub
that was a Bluetooth speaker.
No, it's not actually. No, better than Bluetooth.
No
Way better than Bluetooth. Yeah. So you basically, man, it's simple. All you have to do is have a scoop in the morning. Best taken on an empty stomach. All right.
You
It's gonna
just
give
scoop
you-
it straight into your mouth.
Well, you can scoop it straight into your mouth if you want to
Yeah.
do it like that. If you want to raw dog it,
Yeah.
or you can just put it into some water. Okay, swirl it around.
Right, that makes more sense now. Yeah, okay.
I've been known to do it like that a few times though.
Just dry.
Scoop and then just flush
Just
it
take a
straight
deep
down.
breath.
Yeah, and just don't breathe out. But mate, it's super easy. I love it. It's part of my daily routine now, right? And it has been for ages. And
Okay.
I don't think I'd be the same person without it. Well,
Hey.
I literally wouldn't. I'd be a different person. I wouldn't be as optimal.
Dude, believe it or not,
The ads would be boring.
believe it or not, I was joking earlier when I said I thought that was a Bluetooth speaker. I knew exactly what it
Yeah,
was because
exactly
I
what it is.
also take it twice a day, every day.
Yeah.
Twice at the minute because I just think, why not? Because I've got broken bones and I feel
So we're both double dabbing at the moment.
we're double dabbing, yeah.
I've been double dabbing
Yeah.
for a minute with all of the sickness and stuff going around, viruses. A
There
lot
you
of
go.
people are ill at the moment. I've been doing morning and evening AG1 hits,
There you go.
and I seem to be avoiding everything. So, and you seem to be healing up.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not looking great at the minute, but
No,
fingers
but-
crossed we're going to sort of move on quickly.
So if you want to be as optimal as me and you,
Yeah,
all you have to do is go to drinkag1.com/the ride companion.
that's drinkag1.com/the ride companion.
Of course, there's going to be a little deal for you there. Okay, they're going to throw in 5 free travel packs.
They can't.
They can, and they're going to give you a bottle of vitamin D3.
They cannot do that as well.
They can do that as well. We will do that as well because that's the sort of people that we are.
Wow. What is there, a code?
Yeah, the code is the ride companion.
What
No,
is
there's
that?
not. There's not a code. There isn't a code. You
what
just go to the URL, drinkag1.com, the ride companion. It's right here on screen. No code necessary.
So that's what it
They
is.
just do it all for you.
So it's
Optimal
/
nutrition.
the ride companion.
Yeah, optimal nutrition, optimal ways of getting the deal. You don't have to go around, you don't have to put codes in, you don't have to mess around. It's just right there. Delivered, and they deliver it to your door. You don't have to walk to somewhere and get it.
Can I just clip on optimal for the finish of this ad?
Yeah, please. You wrap this thing up for us.
Optimal. Thanks, AG1.
Thanks, AG1. All right, so we've tried
back
to
in.
do this a few times. We've tried to release our exclusive news
Man, it's exciting as well.
and kind of messed it up. But not messed it up, but like we've not quite done the thing properly, the clip, whatever it is. So I figured let's just talk about it.
This podcast is the one.
This
for
is the
it.
one to do it. We're sat together, we've got this opportunity, and now's the time to do it.
We're midway through sports news. What better to announce
Yeah,
something that's really going to pull us all together as a community?
all together as a community.
Yeah.
Make all of the stuff we're talking about now better.
Dude,
so you can
imagine
play along.
Imagine if as a sports fan, you could literally just go on a site, sign up, and then you just make your sport 20% better.
20% better. And
20% more exciting.
exactly. So we're launching a fantasy mountain bike platform, which is insane, called the Race Companion. Thank
The
you,
Race
everyone.
Companion, that's
The Race
right.
Companion.
We've teased it quite a bit now, haven't we?
Yeah, a little bit. I think we have teased it a little bit. A few people managed to find the Instagram account, but yeah, at the Race Companion, where you can keep up to date with some news. But obviously, the main thing to do is head to theracecompanion.com, where you can sign up for early access.
Early access indeed.
Yes.
And access to what, Davey?
Access
May
to
I ask?
the fantasy sports platform.
What is a fantasy sports platform?
So you can play along, you can build a team. It's like a traditional fantasy sports website. So you can go on, you can build your team up, and you can play against your friends. You can play in the global league for some pretty epic prizes.
Dude,
yet to be
this
secured.
sounds like it's going to cost a lot.
Yeah, it should cost a lot.
Yeah.
But the best thing about it, Ollie,
Go on.
it's free to play.
That's right.
It's free to play, mate, and you can win sick prizes and stuff.
Yeah.
So this, just to give some context to this, came around a while ago, really. We've been working on it behind the scenes for about 6 months, give or take.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had this Pink Bike did fantasy, and we had a fantasy league on there, which ended up somehow being the biggest league on Pink Bike. And then when Pink Bike didn't do it, for whatever reason, I don't know, someone's built one that we now work with, and we've
Big
just
up
put
Curtis.
big up Curtis. We put our twist on it. Big up Curtis. We put our twist on it. We put our branding on it. You've done some sick branding for it. We've got some of our sponsors involved, but ultimately the main thing is every episode of the podcast we do when we can,
Yeah.
we're going to do a little segment called
Yeah.
the Race Companion.
Absolutely.
We're going to do some picks. We're going to do some stats. We're going to talk downhill. We're going to be better at it than we are today.
I'm really excited for it because it's like a positive. I just feel like it's going to make this race season. What we need is a bit of positivity.
We do need positivity. We need community, positivity,
Absolutely.
companionship,
Dude, big
prizes.
time.
And you can go on there. You can create leagues with all your friends. So you can play just against your friends, or you can play in the global league.
So just to refresh my memory from the last time I played fancy,
yeah,
which was on Pink Bike in
Yeah.
our Ride Companion Fantasy League. On the Race Companion, you're going to be given what? A sum of pretend money.
yeah, a budget,
A budget.
and then you have to build your team.
Okay, and each rider will individually have a different price.
Yes, so the better riders will be more expensive, but then the game really is to find the hidden gems, isn't it? It's to find the ones
Absolutely,
that are maybe, making big progression through the season.
Yeah.
Preston Williams might be a good shout. I don't
There you
know,
go.
but it could be.
Great example.
He's not going to be too expensive, but yet there's a probability that he's going to win one.
Like it. I
Who
like
knows?
it.
We're just throwing it out there.
So I'm trying to think of examples from last year that were like
Yeah.
wild
it's great.
cards.
Good idea. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, won
Machine,
one.
for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
example. Would
Great
have gone
example.
in. You would have made really good points on that.
Many
wouldn't
great
you?
points. And then the more points you accumulate, the closer you can get to winning prizes for each individual race
Yeah.
yet to be secured. And also a prize at the end, the big prize.
The overall.
The overall, the
Okay.
big prize yet to be secured. But there is going to be an epic prize.
Yeah.
It's going to be a day with us doing the podcast. But there's also going to be other games on there. So we're going to work with Crankworks to put a Crankworks downhill race series together.
Dude, the
And
possibilities are
slopestyle.
endless. The possibilities
Yeah.
are endless.
Yeah, so it's going to be fun. It makes biking more fun. You can
Does.
chat on there with your friends and hang out. So yeah, stoked.
I'm up for it. It's good.
Yeah.
I think there is a difference. When you have a horse in a race, there is a difference.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I notice it the most if like when Bren's not racing. All my childhood growing up, we've always had that reason to watch the race.
Yeah.
And Bernard and like when I have friends in the race and they're doing well,
Makes
it's
it way
really
better.
exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
Way better.
So now we can just
We can all
have
horses.
fantasy friends and we can all have fantasy horses
Yeah,
in
we
the
can all have
race.
horses in the race. So yeah, stoked. I'm really excited about it. I mean, it's been a lot of work, believe it or not, behind the scenes. But
Yeah.
these things are not easy to build, apparently. So
I'm really excited to first build our team. We should build our teams on air,
ooh, I like it.
shouldn't we? We
Yeah.
should do it. Whether
that.
whether it's in a podcast or whether it's a separate video, it would be quite fun.
Or we could come in with our teams and discuss them and why we've chosen them.
That's true.
And then we could have the companionship, maybe comment their team below or
Yeah.
whatever.
I think I need to be like, oh, it's difficult, isn't it, to have like friendship band list.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's more fair for just. I have to just pick.
Yeah, not
The
just
budget
friends.
makes it good anyway. The budget's
For sure.
yeah.
So, yeah, I'm stoked, mate. I'm really excited. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun thing that we're going to grow organically
Absolutely.
with the companionship. So please head over and sign up for early access.
That's
so
right.
racecompanion.com.
TheRaceCompanion.com.
Sick name, by the way.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
It's the best name.
Plus the cap. We could just pretend that that's the Race Companion logo.
Yeah, just put a bit of orange on it.
Easy.
It's done.
Job done. Still available.
Yeah, please. Yeah, cool. Stoked. Really excited. Honestly, really, really, really proud. Really excited of it. We're just growing the fucking thing, aren't we? So,
Yeah, it's mega exciting.
what other team news have you got to maybe?
Dude,
think
I've
about?
got. I've
There's
actually.
loads,
There's so many.
There is lots.
And there's team news. Remember, outside of the downhill World Cup, I don't
Yeah.
know why I'm focusing on those ones. I think something about those is extra exciting because it's
Definitely.
like precedes races.
Yeah.
I sort of always feel like
I guess we've got Danny Hart confirmed on a nuke proof, and I like that.
I like that as well.
I like that. If I'm building a fantasy team at this moment, Danny's on there because,
Yeah,
again, not a great year last year, so he's not going to be the most expensive fantasy player or fantasy rider. But yet, I like Danny on a nuke proof.
I like Danny on a nuke proof.
Danny
It's
with a
mint.
bee in his bonnet, having struggled to secure a deal.
Too right.
I like Danny on a team with his mate Adam, and I just like Danny in general.
full stop.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So big fan of that move. That's
Yeah,
a
Danny on
biggie.
nuke proof. I mean, I guess it raises questions because that's the first we've heard about like what's happening. I've heard about what's happening with nuke proof. I didn't think
Yeah.
that anything's happened because Orange has been bought as well.
Yeah,
like,
it's been snapped
I
up.
know that's not really like it's just mountain bike news
Yeah, but it's good.
generally, but it's good. Yeah, exactly.
That was a shit one to see, right?
Yeah,
A bike
absolutely.
that we've all lusted over as kids, and brand.
Totally.
et cetera. So yeah, it's a good one.
Elsewhere in downhill, we've got Aaron Gwynn on intense again by the looks of things. I
On his
think-
own team,
on his own team, yeah.
Gwyn Racing.
So no changes there though, right? He was Gwyn Racing last year, no?
No, I don't think so. I think he was on his own thing last. It was on
Oh,
Intense
I
Factory
thought it
team
was-
last year, right? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this
there
is
we
his
go.
own thing. So he's doing his own
Right.
program.
That's cool. But as far as I can tell, it's intense. But that might have been just a
think it is
picture.
an
I
Intense.
don't know.
I think it is an Intense.
Is it okay?
Yeah, that's a good move. Just go back on the Norco thing, just as a slight inside knowledge. They are throwing everything at that bike, right? Like gnarly amounts of money and development. And I've seen the team truck, and you're just like, okay, they're taking it really fucking serious.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like they're not.
So is it
They're
going to
not
be a new
playing.
bike? Is it going to be based on the
It's a
old
new
bike? It's like
bike,
a
isn't
high
it?
pivot.
Yeah,
Last
with a
last
strange
bike
looking
was
BB.
right.
But I don't know why it's strange. I just know that they're throwing everything at that thing.
Interesting. We'll
Not the sort of brand that for me I'm like, oh, that's a race brand. Do you know what I mean? It seems like a different kind of move for them.
Yeah, it is interesting. Well, I guess it's just not one of the. it's Greg Minnaar, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
that is the greatest of all time. You'd expect, there's moves that you could parallel Santa Cruz, isn't there? There's like moves that you could move across to another giant bike manufacturer. I feel like there's like giant factory teams that he could have moved to that would have made arguably.
I wonder why this one. I guess because they're going to give him the free reign to just go nuts and build something he really wants that he maybe hasn't had the opportunity to do at Santa Cruz.
I think it's the coolest thing about our sport is that it's not just because, I mean, in terms of business size, you would expect just one of the big three to win every single race, but it's not what. No, it's what's so cool about.
Totally,
it's not just like
you get an Atherton bike, for example.
Yeah, exactly.
It isn't in the big three, but is a contender as a race brand. Like they're such a race brand.
Atherton is where Atherton is Williams Racing in Formula One. Yeah, there's like sort of like Bruni's on Mercedes, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
So I think it's really cool. I think it's way more likely that you can get these kind of. Also, you're getting brands doing race only bikes, like the pivots.
Yeah,
and actually, what Loic was riding on, it was another sort of carbon lugged, weird thing. So
true. That makes it quite cool in my eyes.
It does too. Yeah, it does for me.
I know there's other sides of that where people are like, well, why race a bike? I can't even go and buy. But I like that it's going back to what we were talking about it, you know.
It's cool that like trickle down, not trickle down, I actually hate that term, but the technology that gets just tested on the world stage and then put into a production bike. And then
it will be
you get
available one day.
Rights, essentially.
It's just not
cool, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Right, outside of downhill, I've got notable things. Tommy G is on GT after years on Canyon.
Yeah, big one.
Very cool to see.
Yeah.
I'm a big Tommy G fan. I think
interesting to see that, I guess, again,
man.
Just because GT not doing a race team.
Yeah, where there's a different direction.
Yeah, different direction.
Good point.
Wynn signed again. Hansi signed again.
Yeah.
And then they've got Tommy G. So.
That's right. We've got Thomas Lemoyne on Commensal. Seemingly a really good match. And I don't know if you saw the edit. It's really cool. Did you see his welcome to the team edit?
No. Is this one where he got broken, though?
It is, yeah. Did we talk about it before?
No, but only brief. Only like you said, he broke his feet.
Yeah. Huge crash on the quad at the end.
Right.
If you're a rubbernecker, go to it for that. But like the rest of the edit's so cool. And it's like one of those things where this is the best example of a human embodiment of a brand.
Yeah.
Not that Lemoyne didn't suit Canyon he was on before.
Yeah.
But it does feel like, it makes sense. Him on Commensal.
The thing is that like you've done this, you've signed for brands, you've done edits.
Yeah.
How does it feel to break yourself, do you think, filming the first edit?
Yeah. Well,
is that a bit of a like, oh, sorry, like how would that make you feel?
He'll be gutted. Yeah. I don't like it. It's a crap injury. He's in a wheelchair. He's just up on his feet again now, but it's like that really sucks. You want to burst through the door. You want to be killing it straight away, which he has with the edit. I guess the pressure's off for Lemoyne because he's like so established, so well known, such an amazing rider. It's like he's not expected to do constant YouTube content, this, that. It's like
you're going to get pushing the envelope. You're going to get the odd injury.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's happened on the Welcome to the Team edit.
Yeah.
But it could have happened.
Exactly.
A month
exactly.
after, 2 weeks
I definitely think there's like, if you've been on a brand for ages and you move to a new one, there is that sort of like, you need to let everyone know. Like people don't pick stuff up. I had it when I went from DMR. I was head to toe DMR for 14 years. And when I started to ride for Focus, it would pain me every time someone would be like, "Oh, you're on a Focus. I thought you rode for DMR." I hated it. I don't like change anyway.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be doing my job well. I'm like,
You want everyone.
It's important to me. Yeah. I don't want to be bad at my job. I want everyone to know I ride a Focus. You know what I mean? So I'm sure Lemoyne's like, it's exciting because I'm sure he's really excited to get on his bike and it's going to be cool because I think it also meets this sort of period of his career where he's not pursuing competitive slopestyle as much. I believe that's correct.
Okay.
I could have got that wrong, but I think he made I think it's the mark of a new direction. I probably have to fact check that. I actually don't know now. I might have got that mixed up.
Could be, could not. Who knows?
Could be,
It's going to be
could
good
not.
to watch, so it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
exactly. Yeah.
Rad. I like that.
And then so I've got. Let's say I've got 3 more points. Should we? I've got this list goes on. This is a heavy mountain bike podcast, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Right, snow biking's going on at the minute. We touched on it in the Warner podcast. It's the Snow Biking World Championship.
Yeah. I've not seen anything from it, though.
I haven't. Flo's
Just go
hurt.
unnoticed.
Paye's, Flo Paye's hurt,
Oh.
which is so annoying to get
Yeah.
done at the snow biking. Or not. Maybe it's the future. Who knows?
Have we just missed it because it's not? I don't know.
No, I don't think it's happened yet.
Is it not? Or maybe it's practice and someone's got hurt, or
Where do you look?
outside at the mountain. See if you can see it. I don't know.
I don't know anything. I actually don't know anything about it. It doesn't seem to have been covered very much.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Who knows? Don't know. Don't know anything about it, dude.
Who knows?
I don't know
indeed.
anything about it. It's just, yeah, do your thing, guys.
There we go. That's the summary of snow biking. There was also a Jackson edit that I thought was cool,
Yes.
but what I really wanted to talk about with Jackson was actually that one clip of him on Dreamline first. Did you see it?
No.
It's like the single most exciting thing
Oh, you
for
mean
me personally.
the Magaza Fest, the boost.
The boost. That clip. Oh my.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm trying to not look at mountain biking.
That one.
Thinking
was
I'm going to have another 6 weeks after surgery, but that I couldn't. I was like peeking out of the corner of my eye. Dude, that is just like someone who rides dirt jumps
Yeah.
and can also win a World Cup. Not rides dirt jumps and does all funny
Fucking
tricks and stuff.
I'm
Someone who
glad you brought that
pulls
up, mate.
up on dirt jumps.
Some cool clip, that.
Dude, in it.
And the
Can you imagine the
GoPro, the
feeling?
POV is so sick.
Oh,
Because you can tell how high he is.
their back wheels
and
past
just
90.
oh,
The crowd's there.
if that doesn't make you want to go riding a bike,
Mate.
goosebumps now. That doesn't make you want to go ride a bike.
There's something about that's just
That's
like...
the problem. You go riding a bike and you're just pedaling up a hill in the rain.
It's just, that jump is insane. Like that Dreamline, I rode that
Have
very
you?
briefly,
Oh,
and it
sick.
is unreal because it is just like giant dirt jumps, and like the thought of having a downhill bike and pulling up on that is really appealing to me.
Yeah.
Like because he is pulling up, he's not using all his years of World Cup downhill skill as he hits that jump. That is pure trails. I've seen him at what are the ones in Whistler? I've seen him at those trails.
Okay.
He's like a proper like dirt jump style.
Yeah.
Jackson is.
Pull
Pull up sideways, ditch it in, and seeing that on a downhill bike is so cool, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really cool. And the second jump he hit as well, the hip.
Yeah,
Similar thing
turns
as well.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Cool clip, eh? Yeah.
best clip so far this year, I'd say.
Yep. And then edit.
The
Edit wise, Semenuk released AfterLife. And again, I'm not like, I feel like sometimes I'm a bit jaded by paying close attention for too long. You know what I mean? It's not because stuff isn't good anymore, but I get excited less.
Right.
This got me so excited.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
This edit got me so excited, right?
Yes, of course. Like, okay, for me,
Yeah.
yes, I was excited. Yes, I watched it the first time on my own, but I was more excited watching it with you, which is fucking cool because
Wicked.
you bring different energy, you bring different things you've noticed, and that is what is, how do you put it? That's when you realise how long you've been doing this, how you notice little things.
Oh, wicked.
And I watched it with you last night and just watching you break it down a bit and been like, boom, look at
Mate,
that there.
it's so
He's only
sick
hit that
though,
jump
right?
once. You looked at it so different to me. And not that I didn't, notice little intricacies in there, and like the table that you said, that's the best table that's ever been done.
Table of the year, dude.
Table of the year. The
Semenuk
best
dropped table of the year, just one banged the
I
table.
thought it, but you clarified it, if that makes sense. You were
You
just like,
see
look
it.
at it, and I was like, mate,
Think of how many tricks he could have done.
Yeah.
And he just wanged the world's biggest table.
yeah,
The
sick.
table of the year.
Table of the year.
And bear in mind, what's the date today? Tell me.
6th probably of February.
6th of February, dude.
8th, I don't know.
8th,
February.
whenever it comes out, it's
Yeah.
that date. But
It's
it's
table.
early in the year, and I'm already calling table of the year.
Massive table. But just such a cool edit as well,
Isn't
man.
it?
Just out there in the middle of arguably buttfuck nowhere, building his own features.
So cool. It's just so cool to see some like
Clean edit. Just
proper
all killer.
in it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, killer, no filler, that one, mate.
So if you haven't seen that, check that out.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
called
that's
AfterLife, and you thought Ricky Gervais's AfterLife was the best
Yeah.
Afterlife. Semenuk's like, watch this, Ricky.
So there we go. That's the end of that mountain bike chat. That was a good stint, dude. That might be the longest stint of mountain bike chat we've done in a long time.
Ever.
We can get back to talking about boilers, washing up, mowing the lawn.
One. You missed one. You missed the biggest.
What?
No, you missed the biggest one.
What? Davey, I want to talk to you about hindsight, dude.
Oh,
Right.
hindsight.
So much bike crime happens in the UK. And I dread to think how many people think, oh, I listened to that LAKA ad on the Ride Companion and I wish I'd just carried it out, got insurance for my bike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely, mate. You're right. So we're here to help, are we? Or is that what we're going to do?
Well, we are here to help, but
Yeah.
what I was kind of thinking was I wish I could do the same with health insurance. You know what I mean? Because I'm banged up. I wish I could have just...
Yeah, shoulda, woulda, coulda.
That's how I feel right
A lot
now.
of people live shoulda, woulda, coulda.
Yeah, and so many people do with bike theft and like I am right now, wishing
Hindsight
that
is a gnarly thing, isn't it?
It is,
Sometimes
dude,
like,
yeah.
let's say, unfortunately, you have a bike stolen or you get injured and you just think, oh, imagine that time when I was sat in a chair
Yeah,
on the website
yeah,
ready to do it, and all I needed was maybe like a bit of a nudge, a bit of a deal,
yeah.
which we can offer.
Well, for bikes, obviously,
Yeah.
you go to LAKA. What do you do for health? Because that's obviously a...
Well, yes, you can also go to LAKA. I didn't know this either until recently, dude, but LAKA now offers health and recovery insurance. So,
What?
do you want a couple of facts?
I'd love a couple of facts. It's not already in my bike cover, is it?
It could be. Depends which bike cover you've got.
Okay,
It
carry
could
on.
be. So it's a new kind of recovery policy for mind and body.
Right.
Made with cyclists in mind for less than an Americano a week. Depends where you get your Americanos from.
They're only like
What? A couple of quid?
a couple of quid.
Cover that goes wherever you do, which is worldwide, like you, Mr. Worldwide.
Oh, thank goodness.
The
I didn't want
pitbull
to
of mountain biking.
I didn't want to ask the question.
Yeah, okay.
Thanks for doing answering.
Cover that does whatever you do, which is cycling. You.
I like cycling, yeah.
Skiing.
Not got the bunts for
Maybe.
skiing, but maybe one day. You never know.
Hiking.
Hiking, I like hiking.
Like
I've been doing a
hiking.
lot of it lately. I'll tell you.
Surfing.
Surfing, I'd love to be able to
Big
surf, but I
surf
need to
guy.
swim first.
Yeah.
But it's good to know.
And jet skiing.
Jet skiing's on there. Are you serious?
Yeah, you got a jet ski.
They put jet ski on there.
Yeah, you got a jet ski on there. It's 5-star claims experience, home or abroad. And it's made super simple, dude. All you have to do, head to laka.co. Obviously, we talk about laka.co quite a lot.
Laka.co.
They do the best bike insurance. It's made super simple. They flipped insurance on its head, okay? They don't charge you a fixed sum every month. You only pay for what the collective has sort of, what would you say?
Dealt with.
Yes, exactly. So you
And the
pay-
same goes for health as well, does it?
Same goes for health as well, does it?
Wow,
Yes,
that
it
is
does.
a cool model, that is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really cool. It's mate, I love laka.co. I'm glad we've got them back on board. And we have got a bit of a deal for the companionship, right? So all they have to do, head to laka.co to sort your bike insurance out. Enter the code RIDECOMPANION30. What is it?
Ride Companion 30. Is that lowercase?
No, it's uppercase. And
All
it's
up.
on screen. It's flashing red and blue.
Oh, yeah.
That's Ride Companion 30 at laka.co.
There you go. And what do you get for that? What is it like? What's the offer?
You're going to get 30 days free bike insurance.
Free.
So for 30
it's,
days,
It's free.
30 days, you have 100% peace of mind for free. Man, that's a dream, really, isn't it?
It's really good.
Yeah.
You could be really cavalier.
Yeah,
in
you
those
can.
30 days.
Yeah, you shouldn't be,
No. Yeah, good point.
but you could. So yeah, that's 30 days, free insurance, bike insurance, not health and
Yep.
wellness, with code RIDECOMPANION30 that's flashing red and blue at laka.co.
Amazing. So good to know they do health insurance. I'm going to get that added onto my policy
You
right
should.
away. Good ad.
Great ad.
Good ad, man.
Mate, best ad. Really helpful.
There's so much information in such a small amount of time.
Yeah.
That's what I think is really good about that. ad.
Precisely and concisely.
Yeah. Precisely and concisely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, what can we do next? I think we could do some listener questions.
Yeah, we finished bike chat now. Let's move on
think-
to listener questions. Yeah.
we finished bike chat, haven't we?
Yeah. Are we going to read them or are we going to get...
Doug's not got a microphone. So I might have to read them myself.
You got yourself out of it, have you?
He's got himself out of it.
I
Unless we-
like it when then.
It's up to
he's
you.
got cold
Unless
again.
there's a seat if you want it.
It's
up
right
to
here.
you,
The
mate.
mic's there,
It's up to you,
dude.
mate. It's up to you, mate.
Okay, I'm logged in actually. So,
Oh, are you?
yeah, I am. Yeah.
Hey, we could have done a podium picks as well. I got some good podium picks. But we'll
Have
do
you got them
them.
built up? We haven't done it for a while,
Yeah, I've
have
built
we?
them up. I have built them up. It doesn't matter. We'll do them another day.
Right, this is a good one.
I remember
from
a
Wet
few episodes
Bandit.
ago when we were like, we'll always do podium picks. We do it once.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, we're not good with our New Year's resolutions.
No.
One from Wet.Bandit75. When is PT due on? Can we just first of all recognise Wet Bandit?
Never fails that.
That's good. That's good.
Never fails that one.
PT would be great to get on.
Yeah, I know.
We got to get PT on.
I know. I feel like we put the bat signal out. Ramesh, obviously, booked. He's coming on. I don't know.
Incredible.
He might do.
It might do. You never know.
You know, Ramesh is coming. He'll enjoy it here. Love it. He didn't reply.
Didn't he?
No, obviously Ramesh was like, yeah, lads. Like, oh, it's
Straight
ride
away.
companion.
Straight away.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting
Top
PT on. We've got to get
20
PT on.
Sports podcast globally.
That is actually
I'll do
true
it, lads.
and impressive.
I'll do it, lads. You know,
That is true
I'll
and
do
impressive,
it.
dude.
But Steve doesn't want to do it, so
There you
we'll
go.
figure it out.
We'll work on it for sure.
Okay, what else we got here? Okay, slow shred. If you didn't ride, what would you both be up to now, as a guess?
It's really, really good question. It's quite a hard one to answer, isn't it?
Your answer's tough because if you had ridden and it was taken away from you, don't know. I know what you'd be doing now, and it wouldn't be healthy. Would it?
What would it be?
Well, I've seen you when bikes get taken away from you, man. It's fucking gnarly. So, you might be. I don't know. You'd be up to something not good. So I don't know.
I have no idea because I've always had a thing. I think I'd always have a thing, regardless of what it is. It's just this thing's lasted a really long time.
Yeah.
Same for you, eh?
Yeah, I guess I've always been around it. Eh?
Have you always had? You've always had a thing inside or outside of bikes?
Yeah, always. All my life, really.
I like animals.
Yeah,
I
literally
used to want to
from
be a
being born.
zookeeper.
Good one.
I like drawing,
Basically, are a zookeeper at home, but yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know. It'd have to be something physical. Obviously, I'd like to be a basketball player,
Ah, that's a good one.
but I've ruined that by biking too much.
Yeah. I'd be a chef, I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
You love your food, don't you?
I
Yeah.
like making food for people and stuff. So yeah, I mean,
Chef.
might be probably knife sharpener.
That's your next.
That's the new
business,
thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah, that's
You
the
wanna
new
be
thing.
there.
That's
Talk
the
us
new-
through your business. What you want it to be like.
Well,
Your future business.
the problem is I don't have any skills, as we can tell from anyone watching or listening to this podcast. So
Skills.
I figured, yeah, literally nothing. So I figured,
skills, man.
I figured a while ago that, you know, we used to have people come round to our house, this bloke, and he used to sharpen our knives. And I thought, he's not been around for a long time, probably 30 years. And then I thought, oh, that's a great job. Like, just get a little nice van and put a little
I like it.
grinder in the back and just sharpen people's knives. It's a cool job. Nice. People always have knives. You can't cut a melon with VR.
You're right.
So,
Doesn't matter what Apple brings out. It's not going to cut your melon. It's not going to.
no.
You're right.
Who's going to cut your melon?
This guy.
This guy, knife companion.
This guy. The knife companion. I like it. I like it, dude. I like it. I can't remember what the question was. But,
Me either.
Oh, it was what you would do if you weren't biking. Yeah.
Yeah. You want to do one?
Yes, I certainly do want to do one. And let me tell you what that one is.
Yeah.
Oh, this one's Arno B. Favourite rider on personality and on style.
Ooh, favourite rider on personality and on style. Do they have to have the trifecta, like the double whammy, the personality and the style?
Mate, it's
a great one.
It's a really good question because...
I've got an answer.
Have you?
Yeah. I've got someone who does both.
Who?
Joe Barnes.
Joe Barnes is a really
It's
sick...
a unique style.
That's
but it's
really
style.
good. That's I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
No, Joe Barnes has good style, yeah.
Yeah, that's my favourite.
He does.
And the edits that Joe's made over the years are just hilarious. He's got
Yeah.
a certain thing about him that I just find great. So
Yeah.
big up Joe Barnes. It's come up twice in 2 days in conversation. So big up Joe Barnes. But that's for, you know, yeah, like you say, it's not one that people will probably maybe choose. You know, probably going to go with Big Air Rider or I don't know. But I'm going to go Joe Barnes for my answer.
It's well interesting because it's like I just think of like style as well. Because you've got like a racer with style, then you've got a dirt jumper with style. You've got like all these different ways of yeah. Personality as well, Joe Barnes. You've really come out with a really good. I don't feel like I can beat your pick. That's really good.
Thanks. There you go. We can leave it at that if you want.
Yeah, let's leave it at that.
All right.
Next one.
Well done, Joe Barnes. Won the internet today.
Yeah, won the internet. Nice one, Joe.
Okay, who else we got? We got Ramesh Ranganathan. No, I'm joking. Great gag.
What does a lifted item mean? What's your number one lifted item from a major coffee shop if you could choose one? Is lifted not mean stolen?
Yeah. You know why that is?
No.
Oh, I put it on my Instagram yesterday that with Starbucks, if I ever buy a Starbucks, let's say ever, I'd say out of 10 times of buying Starbucks, 6 or 7 I'll do this. So always get it in a cup and take the cup.
Oh, the mug.
The mug.
Yeah, I did see that. Sorry, I completely forgot about that.
That's what it means. Yeah, the mug.
Yeah.
Why is it so expensive, Starbucks? You can at least get a mug.
It's pretty shocking. yeah.
And it's reusable.
That's nice. That is nice.
Yeah. So, So yeah, take the mug. Always take the mug if you can. If you have the opportunity, always take a Starbucks mug. All you have to do is sit down for about 30 seconds and then they think you've sat down and then just
take the mug.
Just walk out.
Do you grab the charity box on your way out as well whilst you're at it or not? Do you just go for a mug?
Yeah, usually kick a homeless person as well. Kick his hat over. Ah, man.
Starbucks doesn't pay tax. That's just tax, right?
Yeah.
Starbucks doesn't pay tax.
Yeah, I do. So I'm having the mug. Have you seen how many's in my van?
No, have you got loads? Really?
Nah, there's not loads, but I think there's probably like 3 or 4. Just from being on the road and stuff.
I love that.
And there's at least 6 or 7 in our cupboard at home. It's funny, isn't it?
Right, Dave Valla, World Cup team moves. Who's where? We've already done that, Dave.
We have.
Weren't you listening, dude? You know
Come
what I
on,
mean?
Dave.
Come on, Dave. Get with it.
Get with it. All right, this is a good one, actually. We don't have to talk about it. Well, we can tease it. Sydney Taylor. What's happening with the sponsored rider?
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Well, will it have been teased in the last episode or the next episode, or is that too much of a tease in itself?
We're nothing but a bunch of teasers.
That was really teasy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because we don't know when this is coming out.
Or if it's going to happen.
Or if it's going to be next to the person that we might be sponsoring, but we don't know.
The episode...
Yeah, you see what I mean?
Yeah, will be out. With the rider that we're on about sponsoring. That will be out.
This is really, really good.
So we either... Yeah.
Hey, leave it at that, dude. I think that's enough of a tease.
It's great.
I think that's enough of a tease.
Tim Sadler. Yeah, let's move on. Tim Sadler. 2024 merch.
Yeah,
Question mark.
I need to get on it. Sorry, man. I haven't done it.
That's merch control over there, everyone. That's the guy. That's the designer. That's
the man.
A lot on. Yeah, we're working on it. What would you like to see, though? What would people like to see? I think...
That'd be really good to hear.
Let us know in the comments. Is it tees? Is it hats? Obviously not hats. Is it...
On that note, we've got hats.
We've got hats on sale, folks. TRC hats.
They're also the race companion hats.
Now the race companion hats. Yeah, what people want to see, man. Like jumpers, hoodies. We want to do something, I think we've got a pretty high standard with merch. Let's be honest.
I agree. We've done some really nice
good
merch
stuff
in the past.
Yeah, so we've got a high standard and I'd like to do something that's, it's cool.
Do you like the word merch?
Do I like the word merch? Merch.
I'm not sure I like the word merch, and I also don't know if I like the word veg. I think I prefer when people say vegetables. Veg.
Or you say merchandise.
Sorry?
Merchandise.
Merchandise I prefer to merch.
Do you?
Yeah.
What
but I still wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say like, what merchandise would you like to...
Yeah.
I don't know, there's something horrible about merch. It's just a bit like...
Your outfit?
I think it's the veg.
You don't like
merch.
the ch?
Something about abbreviations sometimes irritates me, but sometimes love them.
Yeah. Like Odub.
Exactly.
Yep.
What
else we got?
Sam Cuds, Big Mac or Whopper?
Oh, great question.
Dude, I really want... the questions like that, I really like thinking really hard about. You know, like really immersing myself in the question. Like,
so I don't eat that much meat. And the Big Mac and the Whopper for me are always a bit, ooh, I don't know about this.
Because it's just elbows,
It's just
eyelids,
arseholes,
arseholes, yeah.
toenails and stuff, right?
Toenails, yeah.
So I always, you know,
Cows famously have toenails.
hoofs then,
Hooves.
tongue, teeth.
Tongue's not bad. Tongue's delicacy, dude. Is this the thing? It's like the toenails, the cow toenails. If you saw them in a bougie restaurant, you'd be all over it.
Would I?
You might be lemoned.
Quite chewy.
Chewy, you said. Just yeah, okay.
Oh dear. So yeah, Big Mac. Anyway, going back to that. Although I have these things, right, where I get something in my head and I really want to try it. And I've wanted to try the land, sea, and air for a while from McDonald's, which is on the
What's that?
It's on the secret menu.
I didn't know there's a secret menu at McDonald's. I thought it was only at really.
Well, apparently it's secret menu, land, sea, and air. So you can ask for a burger, which is a McChicken sandwich.
Air.
A fillet of fish, see, and the Big Mac, and they combine them all together onto one
A land, sea, and air
land,
burger.
sea, and air burger, which
Land's-
is gnarly in itself, right?
Isn't
You're
it?
taking
It's like
all the
3
animals
big-
from
yeah.
everywhere.
Need some insects in there, really,
Yeah.
don't they?
But I've wanted to try that for a while, just haven't got around to doing it. The new
Is that across the board, land, sea, and that'll work in every McDonald's?
I don't know, I've never asked for it.
Has it
Test it after this.
Yeah? You going
tested
there?
land, sea, and air?
There you go.
Land, sea, and air.
Yeah.
So, like, the McDonald's closest to here is quite a military area. So, land, yeah, it's
You might
kind
get
of,
something different.
you might. Yeah, you might, yeah.
We should just do list of questions all the time. They're so
They're
fun.
good, aren't they? I
I've
like
literally
them.
not let you speak yet. So anyway, let me give you my answer. So the
can't
Big
remember
Mac,
what question
they do a vegan version, right? Which feels a bit less guilt free. It's a bit more guilt free for me. And
Yeah. Doug did not
so
look
I'm going
happy.
for the Big Mac.
Land, sea, and air is just fake.
Is it real or not?
No, it's real.
It's real, isn't it?
It's real. I'm gonna go for the Big Mac.
Okay, Big Mac. There we go.
What about you? Just say Whopper.
Yeah, same.
Let's move on.
Yeah, same dude. Yeah. I actually would
Mac.
pick Big Mac though because I prefer the branding. I prefer McDonald's branding.
Nice.
to
And
Burger
fries.
King. I can't tell the difference, dude. I don't.
You can.
I barely ever have it. I've had it so few times, even in
Really?
my life. I don't reckon. Yeah. I
Less
just don't
than
know when
100.
I would have it. Is that weird?
No, not weird. Not weird. I mean,
I'm not fussy about food, man. I'll be honest.
how old were you when you stopped ordering Happy Meals?
Well, okay. So I wasn't allowed McDonald's or Burger King growing up.
That's good.
And then I went to one of the parties. Do you remember the parties where
Yeah.
you got it was a Burger King party and you got the hat, the crown. But like eating that food then is literally like it's like introducing someone to crack, isn't it?
I think
It's
that's
like-
the idea.
It is insane. You go and sit around a table and you're like, this is what sugar drink tastes like, and all of you like drink it like, oh my goodness, I need the sugar. I couldn't believe it because I'd never had really like Coca-Cola or anything, so it was really like a double pronged attack. McDonald's burger, fries, sugar drink.
Yeah.
You don't have fries, man.
A
Growing
lot
up, It's
after
not
that.
like you have a fryer at home, is it?
True.
Not fries like that.
No, they are different.
I mean, I don't even think we had oven chips, really. I don't think I'd really had chips before I went to McDonald's. So you can
Just
imagine it's quite
porridge.
a big shock. No, just not chips. I don't know how you make... You can get oven chips,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they never taste like that, like
No.
deep fried. Some people do have deep fries in the house,
Yeah.
but not like that.
No.
Not genetically modified potato.
I vividly remember going to Burger King. I really do.
Right.
And I must have been so young. And I don't remember much else from that period of life. No, like, nice memories. Just, like, Burger King. So it must have had impact. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do. I remember going as a kid.
Yeah.
You were so stoked to
It
go
was
and get
insane,
the toy
wasn't
and
it?
stuff. My nonna used
Yeah.
to take me. You know, get a strawberry milkshake and burger and get a little toy, little plastic toy.
Makes a lot of sense. I reckon
Happy
I
meal.
reckon I didn't get to have any of that stuff, but I did get sugar. And sugar at home, I still have a real sugar problem.
Yeah,
I'm really sugary.
yeah.
I could just eat and eat and eat sugar.
Really?
Yeah.
No toothache.
No toothache. No.
Good. That's good. I get toothache, you see, because I need a filling. So that's why I've never had the filling done.
Really? Yeah.
It makes me not do it that much.
Really? So it aches a lot, like sugar, if you have
Yeah.
it. Interesting.
Quite bad, but seems
So-
to work.
I think the long answer is Big Mac.
Yeah.
We got there. We got there in the end.
There. Comment below what's your Big Mac or Whopper vibe. It's,
Oh no, B. What made you start MTB? That rhymed. Bars.
No, yeah. Well done. What made you start? Yeah. Why don't you sum that up in a sentence?
One sentence, is it? Yeah. Okay. Move to countryside. You?
That's made you start MTV, moving to the countryside.
Yeah.
What made? Oh, moving to the countryside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What made you start MTV?
There we go. We don't even need a sentence from you, dude. And I feel like you've answered it. What did make you start?
You know, when something's so, God, it sounds so weird, but like when something's so ingrained in that is what you are, that is what you will do. In the way of like two wheels for me.
He was born.
He was born to do it.
He was
it's in my
born
blood. Like
to ride
that sounds
MTB.
so cliche, but like my whole family, that's all they did was motorcycles, and like it's always going to be having a bike and riding a mountain bike or whatever. It's always going to be that. It's not even I couldn't tell you a point where it was like, oh, I like this. It was always the thing.
Yeah, interesting. I guess
Longer than a sentence.
Yeah.
Sorry, I strapped you down a little bit there
That's
by
all
saying
right.
you can't have it more. But
Move
yeah,
to countryside. But I guess it
All
comes
feet.
to a point where it's like you can't even remember. Like yours comes from a different point, doesn't it? Because it comes from motorcycles.
Yeah.
So what
it
about
was when
that?
you couldn't do that?
Yeah.
I was doing the other thing.
Okay, so that was what made you
I
start
guess
riding
motorcycles was, you know, you can't ride a motorbike all the
You run
time
out of
because
fuel.
you need a family. You run out of fuel. You have to do piston and rings all the time.
Oh, mate.
So yeah, it was an easier option. I was really lucky as well. You know, growing up, there was a BMX track which then evolved into dirt jumps, less than 30 seconds pedal from my house.
What's it called?
There's Dronfield BMX track. It's not there anymore. Got turned into a nature park.
Bowl Hills.
Nah, but I was opposite side of town. But yeah, it's like, from my dad's house, I could get there in probably 30 seconds. Just straight down.
So was it quite normal in like people your age?
Yeah,
doing
everyone did it. That's where we went. That's where we spent our childhood, was riding there. Like, not everyone, obviously. Some people chose football or whatever, but a lot of people were like, oh, just go BMX track.
Yeah, it was
down the road.
I feel like it was real misfit mountain biking, but no one really did it where I lived that much.
Yeah.
And then you've discovered more people, but it wasn't like...
But you had to go and like find them, and there were these little scenes and stuff, especially when
Weird
you're
seeing
younger.
it now. It's so popular. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, I wish I could recreate those days and go back and see what it was all about. They were just like the best times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the best, innit? It's like that first feeling of freedom as well when you get a bike. I got a really, really vivid memory of that. Like my first proper bike.
Yeah.
Like a silver BMX that my dad probably found in a skip or something, but it was a silver BMX. And I just remember that first feeling of just being able to just ride and like cruise down hills. There's still nothing better, right, than cruising down a hill. Every time I do that, I'm like, this is it. Just hands off sometimes, just cruise down a hill. And it's evolved from just cruising down the hill to, maybe hand off or whatever, or to now like a manual down a hill is the best thing.
Yeah.
That feeling is really bloody hard to replicate.
Mate, I can't wait. I'm 5 weeks out. I actually really, really can't wait.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it now. I actually am. I wasn't for a bit. I was just like, this thing.
Yeah,
I'm hyped, dude.
Hyped.
I'm hyped. That was a great episode. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah,
really nice.
Quite mountain bike heavy, actually, wasn't it?
Was quite mountain bike heavy. Enjoyable though. So there we go. It's been emotional. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget the racecompanion.com. Head over and sign up. We want to see all the companionship members on there because we really need to have you on there.
That's right. Is that theracecompanion.com?
That's right, racecompanion.com.
Nice.
And what else we got to tell people? I think that's about it, isn't it?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, peace and love.
Like and subscribe. What an episode. You did really well there.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Do you know what would finish it off?
But
If you could put some sort of link over my face.
yeah, I can do that. I could put
Is
a
that
video up on Ollie's face of an episode we think you'll love.
Is it on now?
There is a subscribe button here on this chair, and on my face, another video we think you'll love. Thank you. We appreciate you.
There's nothing in the chair now. Subscribe.